Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm starting a new series, I guess, here on my channel. I know I've been slacking on my Splurge or Pass series. That's going to be starting up again. I had some issues with my old laptop. It actually broke on me, and so I was laptopless for a couple weeks. That's why I wasn't doing those videos, because I didn't have anything to look at the new makeup while I talked about it. Hopefully that series will start back up again this upcoming Monday, but I wanted to start another series here on my channel, another weekly series called Flashback Friday. I will say, completely stealing this video from Nicole Cutler. I will link her channel down below. I love Nicole. I have raved about her so many times on this channel before, but I'm gonna rave about her again one more time because she is genuinely like one of my favorite YouTubers. She is one that I never miss an upload from. I will watch every video she posts, no matter what she posts. Like, I don't care what she posts. Like, there are some YouTubers, I only watch them for like certain videos. She's one where like I just love her and her personality so much that I will watch her no matter what she posts. So you guys should definitely go check her out. She is absolutely amazing. I love her so much. She deserves so many more subscribers. Like, she has quite a few, but like she needs to be in the millions. Like, that's how good she is. But anyways, a while ago on Nicole's channel, she used to do a series called Flashback Friday where she would take an older palette and do a tutorial with it, and that's basically all it really is. But I remember just loving those videos from her because I remember loving seeing her use a palette in a way that I never thought I would use it, or just seeing her use palettes that like I used to own and giving me ideas on ways I can use them and like revisit them, because the makeup community is so oversaturated and I feel like there's always just new products releasing and like we just forget about our old stuff, you know? At least for me, especially with eyeshadow palettes, I'm such an eyeshadow palette junkie. I own way too damn many. And I just feel like I get a palette, I like it, and then I get a new palette and I forget about the old one, and it just keeps going on like almost on a weekly basis. It's getting kind of ridiculous. So with Flashback Friday, we are revisiting older palettes. Like today I use the Kathleen Lights Times ColourPop Dream Street palette because this palette's somewhat older. It's at least a year old. That's like my requirement with the series, is that I want to use a palette that's at least a year old, because it's not a year old. It's not really like a flashback. Plus I do want to make sure these are palettes you guys own. And I do know a lot of you do own Dream Street because I've had you guys message me about it before. But if you have any suggestions for other palettes to use in upcoming videos, please leave them down below. I am more than happy to film with them. So yeah, thank you Nicole for giving me a video idea. She hasn't done a video like this in like 2 years, so I'm kind of just gonna take the torch from me, Nicole. You did good. You did really good. I love those videos. I was really upset when you stopped making them. So I'm just gonna take that torch and I'll carry on the tradition for you, because I used to love those videos. I love watching makeup tutorials. I know they're not super popular anymore, but I still like them. I'm rambling way too damn much in this video. Basically, I got that video from Nicole Cutler a long time ago. I will link her channel down below. You guys check her out. She's absolutely amazing. Just using an older eyeshadow palette, giving it some love, giving you guys like a tutorial on the palette that maybe you haven't seen before or something you haven't personally done yourself. I wanted the first video I did this to be pretty like neutral and wearable. I decided to do something pretty neutral and wearable for my first video, but obviously with these videos I will do more intense looks depending on the palette. I think I said everything I need to say. Let's go ahead and jump into the makeup. Okay, before we jump into the eyes, I'm gonna prep and prime my eyelids with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. My lids are primed. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys a bit closer so you guys can see like what I'm doing on my lids. I think that's probably as good as it's gonna get. So as you guys probably know, we're gonna go ahead and take the ColourPop times Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. I'm gonna first dive into this color right here called Shooting Star. And I'm placing that directly into my crease. This look's gonna be like super easy, guys. Like, we're just taking a couple matte shades and blending them together and then throwing on a wing. So it's not gonna be anything super intense. I didn't want my first video in the series to be like a crazy like colorful cut crease, because I know realistically most of my viewers are not doing that at home. I mean, some of you are, and some of you are really talented. I have seen your guys' pictures and wow. But I do know like that's not an everyday thing for a lot of you. A look more like this is, and I know a lot of you do have this palette because it's been out for a while now, and that was kind of the whole point in the series, was to use palettes that have been out for a while now that I know a lot of people have. And even if you don't own this palette, this look is so like recreatable. Like, you can use pretty much any palette as long as it has some neutral browns in there. You can do this look. Like, it's not that hard. All right, so there's that. Now I'm gonna take the shade Magical, this like really peachy color. This color reminds me a lot of Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. Do you guys remember that shadow? I feel like Makeup Geek was so popular like when I first started watching YouTube, and I don't feel like anyone talks about them anymore. I remember them having such bomb shadows, but like even I don't ever touch my Makeup Geek shadows anymore. They're just not like popular anymore. I feel like other brands have kind of risen to the popularity of Makeup Geek. Taking like a flat packing brush, I'm now gonna grab this shade right here called Potion. It's like a really warm toned sienna-y brown color, and I'm just gonna pack that all over my lid. I have an eye booger. Ew. That was so gross. Like I said, this look is super soft and super easy. We're pretty much almost done with the eyes. I feel like I never do makeup like this for my channel though. I feel like I'm always doing something a little extra. I don't ever just relax and do a simple eye look. So it's kind of nice. I don't feel as like intimidated or as like needing to be perfect, because this kind of look is pretty like messy. Like it's really hard to make it not look blended, you know, so I don't feel the pressure. Just going back in with the original blending brush just to make sure all my edges are blended, because I am a bit of a control freak when it comes to my blending. And even with like messy looks, it still has to be like my idea of messy and like my perfection of messy, not just like sloppy. I don't know. I think I'm just a control freak, but I'm really particular about my makeup. Now I'm gonna take the smallest amount of this shade right here called Elfish. It's like a purpley toned brown. And I'm just placing that on my lower, not my lower lash line, but, woo! Right, Jesus Christ. Take two. I'm just placing that against my lash line and gently blending it into Potion. I don't want this color to be too, like, seen. Like, I just kind of want, like, the littlest dusting of it. Just to add a little bit of depth, but I'm not trying to be, like, too adamant about adding a bunch of this color in. I don't want this to be a brown smoky. I want it to stay, like, the warm terracotta-y, all matte smoky eye that it is. This is a Morphe M506. I haven't done like a makeup tutorial in a while, so I keep forgetting to say what brushes I'm using, or like what kind of brush I'm using anyways. But just any like really small but still fluffy brush will work really well for this part. Even a stiff brush just to apply the color, and then maybe going with like a bigger fluffy brush like this one that I use to apply Potion would also work. You know, make use of whatever you got at home. I think that's also like another reason I really wanted to do this series, is because I love buying new eyeshadow palettes. I do. I'm an eyeshadow palette like junkie. Like that's like my favorite thing to buy. But it's hard knowing though I spent a bunch of my money on these eyeshadow palettes that I use once or twice and then never touch, or at least don't touch for a long time. So it's nice to like bring older palettes back to the surface and play with them, because you did buy them for a reason. You bought them because you were in love with the color story or the packaging or this and that. So it's nice to like just bring that back and like revisit the palettes that you loved, because you loved them for a reason, you know? And I remember when I first bought Dream Street, I used the crap out of it. I used it all the time, and now I really never touch it. I still like it, and it's such a pretty palette, but I don't touch it as much as I wish I did. Like that's my big thing here. Now it's time for the most nerve-wracking part of this video, which honestly you don't have to do. You could just skip liner, but I'm gonna do like a little wing with my black gel liner. So I'm taking my Maybelline Eye Studio black gel liner. I'm nervous. I don't ever do eyeliner. I'm not a real beauty guru. Ooh, I'm already nervous. I'm probably not gonna talk much during this part because I like need to stay so focused on doing a wing. Like I can't be that person just like and does it. Like that's not me. Never has been, never will be. Go ahead and clean it up. Okay, those aren't even like at all, but we're just quite frankly going to ignore that. I kind of have the urge now to make this like a smoky wing situation. Like just take some shadow and really like make it messy, because it's already kind of messy. I didn't do the best job applying this wing. So now I kind of want to intentionally make it messy so it looks like it's on purpose and not just me not knowing how to do wing eyeliner. So I'm going to take Elfish once again, and I'm just like gently going to attempt to smoke that out a little bit. It's doing its thing, you know? It's like kind of working, but not really. I think the idea is there, it's just not working for me. Okay, you know what? It's growing on me the more I wear it, so I think it's gonna be really pretty once I put on lashes and have the rest of my makeup done as well. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my brow bone using Moony right here. I want my eyes to stay pretty matte, but I just think Moony would be like really pretty in the brow bone. But I'm not gonna apply like too much. Yeah, like that's literally so perfect. Oh my god, this look is coming together more and more. After that wing fiasco I had for a minute there, I was kind of like, oh, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna have to like redo this. But it's all coming together. I'm gonna quickly apply my lashes. I'm gonna use my Bold Face Makeup lashes in the style Next Level. So here is the look with lashes on. I think these lashes are perfect for this look because they're really like light and fluffy but still like dramatic. So I don't know, I think it's kind of cute. I like the lashes, the look. I was kind of worried, but I think they vibe well. I'm gonna go ahead and do like my foundation base off camera, like just my foundation, concealer, and powder. And I'll be right back to finish my lower lash line and do like my bronzer, blush, highlight, and all the fun stuff. So I will be right back. Turbo good boy, you wanna say hi? Say hi, baby. Oh, I don't like mommy's face. She has makeup on. No, no, no. Oh, who's the good boy? You say hi to everybody? This is Turbo. If you don't know, this is your first time here. This is my baby child. He misses being on camera so much. Back in my old place, I used to have like my bedroom behind me when I filmed because I filmed from this window, and everyone would always comment how they would see Turbo like just like in the back playing with a toy or just like sleeping, and he never gets the limelight anymore. No, not since I moved. So there was your daily dose of Turbo. I hope you don't mind. You are so pretty. Oh yes, I will play with you once I am done filming. Yes. Because you are a good boy. Oh, good dog. I love you. I love you. Okay, so as you guys can see, I finished my foundation base off camera. I will link and list everything I use down below, like I usually try to do with videos like this, just in case you're curious about what's on my face. But let's go ahead and move on to bronzer, because I'm looking scary, honestly. This one-tone life is not for me. I'm going to take my Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder and this brush from BH Cosmetics. It's a part of like their Neon Festival collection. I don't know if it's still available, but this is the #1 brush in case you do own it or want to pick it up. I'm actually not going to go for like super highlighted and dewy skin today, which I know like some of you are like, is this Allie Boldt's channel? Because this is not what we expect from her. Because really like this kind of makeup look is like the opposite of what I would normally do. Like I always do like really glowy goddess like skin, and then like I never ever do wing eyeliner, and if I do, I usually do like a funky color. I almost never do a black wing. Wow, my hair's something else. But I assure you, it's still me, still the Allie you know and love. I just gotta switch things up. I'm feeling really uninspired when it comes to makeup, really uninspired when it comes to YouTube, and I'm like, you know what, I just gotta branch out. I can't do the same glowy skin tutorials for every single video and expect that to be like what makes me happy, you know? As a Gemini, I thrive on change and mixing things up. I don't like stability whatsoever, which is part of my problem. We're getting really therapeutic. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna take my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Contour Palette. I'm trying to project pan this, so that's why I'm using such an expensive palette. I would never use a contour palette for one, nor something this expensive in a tutorial like this. At least I try not to, but yeah, I'm trying to project pan it, so I'm just gonna use that to deepen my bronzer up a bit. I'm taking the shade Princess Cut. It's more like the neutral toned one to contour. I guess maybe you'd call it cool tone, but I don't know. It depends, I think, on your skin tone. I'm gonna contour my nose with the Essence bronzer. Just because I don't like to use anything too dark for a nose contour, I like to keep pretty light in comparison to the rest of my bronzer, because I feel like when you go with too dark of a nose contour, it's pretty obvious like what you did. Not that makeup's not kind of obvious anyways, but you know what I mean. It's like really stark and harsh. My hand smells like Turbo now. And I think Turbo needs a bath because he smells like dog. I don't know why, but I have the urge to take the banana powder in here, the shade Essence, and just dust that on my under eyes. I don't ever use this much powder on my face, but I don't know. I kind of just felt like, oh, my under eyes look kind of dull. I need like something to lift them up. I think maybe the black eyeliner makes them look a little more duller than normal, because like I'm just not used to seeing my eyes so dark. Doesn't that make everything look so much better, that banana powder? I'm gonna apply a little to my chin too. Maybe like a touch here. Who is she? I am not me today. I'm rebranding. I'm gonna apply some blush. My blush is not gonna be a shock. I'm gonna take Anastasia Peachy Love. Y'all know I love this blush. I love my peachy tones. That I don't think is something that's ever going to change. It's been that way since I started doing my makeup, honestly, so don't think that's like gonna be a game changer. Let's go ahead and finish off these eyes. I'm gonna bring you a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing, even though I don't love being that close to you. Not that I don't want you guys to see me, not that I don't want to be close to y'all. It's just like my face that close up is not the most attractive thing, so let's just get this over with. All right, diving back into the Dream Street palette, I'm gonna first take Peach Oh my god, I literally almost called that peach smoothie by Makeup Geek. It's not. Its name is Magical. That's how similar I think those look. The fact that I almost called it peach smoothie. And I'm just gonna run that on my lower lash line from inner to outer corner. Taking it kind of low, not like super low, but you know, a little bit. Now I'm gonna take this shade right here called Shooting Star, and I'm gonna deepen the lower lash line with that just a little bit. I'm not gonna take this as low as I took Magical, but still pretty low. I'm not putting it right against my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take a combination of Potion and Elfish, just like a little dab into Elfish though, nothing too crazy. And I'm placing this mixture right against my lower lash line. This is gonna be the deepest color I use down there. I stabbed myself in the eye. Oh. Man down, man down. And then to highlight my inner corner, I'm gonna take Moony once again. I really love this highlight shade in this palette. Like, it's so perfect for the inner corner and the brow bone. At least for me and my skin tone. Perfect. I do want to tie everything together with this brown liner on my waterline. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Overboard. It's a really pretty brown. I've been loving it. Okay, I'm just gonna take some mascara to my lower lash line now. Okay, I'm gonna back you guys back up because we're done with the eyes now, so just be gone. Alrighty, I'm gonna run some brow gel through my brow hairs. This is the ColourPop Brow Gel, Brow Boss Brow Gel. I like to do this like when I'm almost done with my makeup, just to make sure all the powder's off my eyebrows. And just to make sure, you know, they're locked in place for the rest of the day. Okay, now it's time for highlight. Like I said, I wanna keep my skin pretty not glowy. I guess matte would be the word, but I don't want it to be too matte. Just like a little bit of a glow. I don't want anything too crazy because my eyes aren't really that like intense. So I don't know, I'm feeling like really soft makeup, but still like full glam. It's so hard to explain. I'm just not myself today, I don't think. I'm going through a crisis. Not really, well kind of, but not really. Okay, I promise this video is not sponsored by ColourPop, but I'm just using a lot of their shit today. I just own a lot of ColourPop. You guys like when I use ColourPop anyway, so I don't know why I'm apologizing, but just know, this is not sponsored. I just mainly own ColourPop. It's probably the brand I own the most of, so sorry. But I'm gonna take my ColourPop times Becky G Luster Dust in the shade, I can never pronounce it right, so I'm gonna leave it on screen, that way I don't get roasted by the Spanish speaking community, because I don't know, okay? My Yee school did not make me take Spanish as a requirement, and so I don't know. I took art. That was literally the choice in my high school for like a foreign language. You could take Spanish or you could take art, and obviously like I'm not trying to put in that much work, so I took art because that was just easier to me. I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose and a Cupid's bow. Do you guys see like how this just gives a nice subtle glow? I usually mix this with another highlighter just to make it more intense, but for today I kind of want just like a nice subtle like, oh, is that just her skin or is she wearing highlighter? I can't tell. I feel like this would be like really pretty like wedding makeup if you wanted to be like super edgy and have a wing for your wedding day, which I feel like most people don't do. But I feel like this is like really pretty like soft bridal makeup. Kind of. Not really, but kind of, you know? Okay, last but not least, we're gonna do lips. I'm gonna first go with the shade Cookie by ColourPop. This is a lippy stick. This color is so pretty. It's such a pretty nude. Mix it with this other color here, but I don't know. I guess I could always wipe it off if I don't like it. I'm gonna mix it with another lippy stick in the shade Dream Date. This is like a newer shade from ColourPop. I think it maybe lightened Cookie a little bit, but it didn't do that much, so it can stay. It can stay on my face. Now I'm gonna use some setting spray to make this last all day long. Alright guys, that's it for today's makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I haven't done like a tutorial, I feel like in a hot minute. I'm always doing like reviews, and I feel like that's it, really. I used to do tutorials a lot more when I first started my channel, and I feel like I've kind of just stopped, but I want to get back into it. That's another reason I want to do this whole Flashback Friday palette thing that I stole from Nicole Cutler, but it's alright. I don't think she minds. She doesn't do it anymore. Because I like watching tutorials on YouTube, and I know it's like, oh, tutorials are dying out, but I don't know. I always like watching tutorials. I like seeing people use the products that I bought because of them, you know? I just feel like everyone talks about a product once in like a favorites or in like a review video, and then like they don't mention it again because there's always so much makeup coming out. But like, I don't know, I want to revisit old products that I love, that I know I love, and want to use more, and I just feel like Flashback Friday is the perfect thing. If y'all have any suggestions for palettes you guys want me to use, let me know down below. I have done an eyeshadow collection video before, but I have gotten a lot more palettes since then. But I want to try to use like older palettes like Modern Renaissance, some older Juvia's Place palettes. I have the big Jaclyn Hill palette back there. It's kind of like older, you know. So yeah, just leave any suggestions you guys have down below. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.